Venus going to be laughing on X when Q's the first boot. Yeah, she'll be excited. Yeah, I can't wait for Maria to be excited when Charlie's like the fifth. It is kind of insane that I believe it wasn't the case that like more, or was it split 50-50? I don't remember anymore. Was it 50-50 new era, old era coming into merge? It was something like that, right? Or was it more? Was it more old era than new era? Anyway, it really does feel like the like a trophy. What did I get a trophy for? Or trophy out? Achievement? That's what they're called in Xbox, right? Sri's definitely getting out by Devon's late in the game. I mean, Devon's gonna be there. But yeah, I do think Sri, like, I can see where Sri gets like IO'd out by I don't know. Who's gonna actually imagine like her getting IO'd out by Stephanie? That'd be kind of funny. Imagine like Sri getting IO'd out by Coach. It is kind of insane that the final, like, if that final six is the final six, that half of them are from Pre-Heroes Villains. Like, that's a pretty, like, that's gonna be an insane thing to watch, I feel like. That there's 3 Pre-Heroes Villains players that all made the end game of Survivor 50. Like, who are the others again? It's what, Joe, and Aubrey's the other one. Which also, Aubrey, again, not like the next, like, most, like, old school person there. Yeah, it really just doesn't feel like the new schoolers like, had much of a thing this time around. And too, I didn't really have one in Winners at War, just like happened to play out that way, but I do wonder if there was like some intentionality in that there was like some people that were like, yeah, we don't want to target the old schoolers right away because of what happened in Winners at War. Where I do wonder like how much meta is gonna come into effect in like situations like that. Damn it! I thought I had it.
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view.
Gender. If Coach was on Jeff's 50cast, I feel 100% confident Jeff wanted Coach. Like Jeff was like gloating about how like Tokachins was Coach's season. So yeah, I think Coach is like really. Like, I think this was just the Jeff cast, and like I think initially I was going to do a recasting Survivor 50 if Jeff Probst had his choice, or like because again like back in like a few months ago we were thinking, it seems like Jeff's upset and this isn't like what he wanted. But like I think at the point that we're at now, it's like this just seems like Jeff's cast. This just feels like who he would cast for the most part. I think they're like really it's just Ozzy. Like it's like Ozzy and then like probably Colby maybe. Again, though we don't fully know the full story yet on that. But I don't know. I think like most of these people are just who Jeff wanted. I think Steph is one that I'm also like maybe not Steph. So I'll just throw him all off the edge. Which is funny that there's like an exploit like this deep into the game. Okay, well that's I was thinking an idiot. I think Stephanie is the only person who probably didn't get a call prior to CBS takeover. No, I think Stephanie never got called pre-CBS takeover. Like I think of the people on the cast, it seems like everyone there was on. For a while. Like we know that Amanda was called later, but like okay, what the fuck is this? How am I like this low on health? Cool. Like we know that that Tiffany was in the running the entire time now from Hunter. That wasn't like because like, I think there's like some speculations. Oh, did Tiffany get added last second or whatever? But no, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Use the scholars you have rescued.
Obviously, yeah, they wanted the extra big cast so that Coach could finally play. Dude, is Coach gonna do it? Coach might be able to do it this time around. Do the full Dragon Slayer. He needs what, 12 tribals? 12 tribals is quite a bit though. Still, like especially in a new era game. Like I think you'll need to go to a decent amount pre-merge, right? But I don't know. Still very possible. It said that Hugh left 1 day early. It probably means we've never seen him. I don't know if it was 1 day early. I think it was literally like 3 weeks early or whatever. But yeah, like 2 weeks early. But yeah, I am worried about production, how production feels about Q after this. But I don't think we'll really know until later. Please. Yeah, imagine Amanda Kimmel got on just to be on like the Purple Tribe and just demolished early on. I just realized, so like so I think the way we currently stand it is for Heroes Villains players, right? So the intention was 5, right? Which that would have been a record, right? A 5. Well, actually no, it wouldn't have because yeah, because of Born or All Stars. But so I know a lot of people were like, oh, there's no way they would go 4 people from like more than 4 people from a singular season on 50. When they were about to. It's Colby, Coach, and also it's 4 heroes on there too, right? So yeah, like Colby, Coach, Suri, Amanda, and Stephanie. Yeah, I don't think they factor in All-Star seasons either. Like I was like making that argument during the like when the casting stuff was happening. Is that I don't think they care as much about like All-Stars and like game changers and like that sort of stuff. I feel like we weren't solid in the bigger cast. I thought we were still running. Yeah, like I mean, I actually yeah, that was the point where we thought it was like 5 heroes, though, right? I think that was like the overboard part. It's like, would they really get 5 people from the same tribe? Which did feel like a lot. I think 5 people from the same cast, again, I think is very possible. 5 people from the same tribe, like I don't know if they do care, but like that does feel like a lot. Just yeah, if you actually just properly think about it. Like essentially half a tribe is gonna be on like a future cast together. And too bad they would have been split up anyway. And also, it's not like they were working. Like it's not like the heroes that they picked, especially like are that close. Like it's not like Colby and Steph have any connected tissue really to like Amanda and Rupert. Like if anything, obviously just like I guess Steph and Rupert don't like each other. And I guess to be fair, like the others are pretty decent standing.
Come no further. Hold a moment.
I'll be honest. As more time goes on, I kind of do.
It's about
Like,
time.
I'm kind of sad that Rupert's not on this season. which feels like a weird thing to say, obviously. But like, I don't know, it just feels like because this was obviously probably the last chance for Rupert, and like I feel like 50 just would have made sense for Rupert to be there. Like I don't know, and like just knowing that his like last appearance is Blood vs. Water, in a spot where like I actually do think his Heroes Villains run is pretty decent. Like I think he was like starting to pick up the game by the end. Like I do think like to know that like he has that run and then he's just on Blood vs. Water and it just like doesn't even get to play the game. It's like that's just kind of a lame way for his career to end. So I think I personally at this point probably would have like wanted him on 50. Now knowing like how the cast turned out and everything, but
Some of my best men were murdered.
Survivor Israel second chance, obviously. Second chance at being like a guest person. From Purple Tribe, I mean. Who would Rupert? Yeah, who would Rupert be here instead of?
They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
I don't know who you swap out Rupert for.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
Of the people, like obviously, like again, there are people that I would not ideally have in my cast, but like legitimately, like who would they swap out Rupert for? It'd probably be like Colby, right?
Is this true?
Or like
My liege,
Coach, if they're swapping out Coach, but I don't think they are.
these creatures are
Age vs. World 2, I mean, maybe.
Of course it isn't true. I've no
It'll be
reason
interesting to see
to
who
suspect.
they get the next
Oh,
time
but
around
you
for Age vs.
do.
the World.
You're
They obviously
afraid
went with Big
what
Legends
would
the first
happen
time. They were like, I'm assuming they would still go
Can it
for.
withstand the combined
Legends.
might of the Saracen and the Crusade?
By the way, I did. So I was listening to Parvati talking about like her not getting called for 50. Like, it sounds like Parvati might be backtracking again.
This is a strange place
on
to
playing
find
Survivor
ourselves.
again. Because like she always keeps on saying that, oh, I'll never play Survivor again. But like now she like was talking about 50 and she was like, I don't know, they keep on like calling me and I changed my mind or something. It's like I don't know, it like felt like her like implying that she would be willing to play again. So I don't fucking know what the fuck's
Surely you do
going on
not
with
believe him.
It is a
I just think
difficult
she could
decision,
make up her
which I
mind.
cannot make alone.
I
must leave it in the hands of one
Dondi would be
wiser
fun.
than I.
Yeah. I would say very worried about Dondi at this point that we haven't heard anything about Dondi still.
Then who?
We're into July
The
now.
Lord. Let this be
I
decided by
do feel like we're
combat.
leaning towards it being canceled.
Surely God will
Or at least
side
on
with the one
hiatus.
whose cause is righteous.
We'll see.
If this is what you wish,
Keep Coach over
It is.
Rupert. Yeah, I probably would too.
so
Which is why I think it is like kind of tough to swap out Rupert here. If we're keeping the same like tribe breakdown. Dude, what the fuck? I just suck. Dude, I already lost most of my health. I'm not even past the first part of the fight. So fuck me. Most likely to come back from 50. Yeah, I mean, it's true if she wants it. Like, considering placements that we know of, like,
Use throne
I think at this point,
to deal
D's
with
probably
this
just gonna be a
endeavor.
certified Survivor legend at this point. I think he's probably up there. We'll see how Joe ends up being perceived by the end. Like, I would assume this is probably the end for Coach. I think kind of I would think that Coach would probably be done playing Survivor after this. But like both in terms of like age-wise, it could be questionable, and then also I don't know if he would have that motivation to play again. Sri, I think should be at the point where like, and like I believe they're the same age, but like I think Sri also would be at a point where like age-wise, by next like big returning season, she'll probably be like close to the edge of when they'd be willing to bring her back or not. But also I think she would. I think they'd still bring her back at that point if she wanted it. Yeah, Joe, at this point, like, I would not be shocked that Joe is, like, a big production favorite. Based on how this season goes. I mean, there is a shot that they find Joe, like, super boring this season. No. Okay. God damn it. Okay, well that's annoying. I was doing pretty well until like I just lost like 4 bars of health out of nowhere. Didn't I glitch this last time and I got it like right away? I remember something like that happening. No. Okay, I'm dead. Yeah, or I'm not dead. I'm shocked I'm not dead. And now I'm dead. Anything? Anyone did bring back from pre-jury? I feel like typically it's not looking great, especially for like second chancers that get taken out in the pre-jury. Like obviously it's not possible, but it's not great. But yeah, it just depends on how the run goes. Like I think they would need like a pretty explosive like exit or like a pretty like, good run to come back. I mean, like, too, for Kyle, I think it's still very possible, right? With him being medevacked. Like, I think that's the spot where, like, yeah, they probably would still want to put him on a feature season. So it does seem like we love Kyle. I think for people like Genevieve, people like Camilla, people like Angelina even, like, I feel like it'll really just come down to like how like exactly they go, how well they're portrayed. I think there's just like a lot of question marks in terms of that. Cool. There we go. Alright, that was a lot cleaner. Okay, supposed to let me grab him at all. Okay, there we go. That's what I expected to happen. No, okay, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, so far better than I was expecting. Perfect. I'm hoping Christian has a pretty good run here. Like Christian and Emily, both of which, like again, I hope they have pretty good runs. I would love it if they became like these big, like Survivor, like legendary sort of players. I would say if they're early merge boots though, I don't know if they're gonna quite hit that status, but we'll see. Same thing with Rick Devens. Even though I'm not like as invested in Rick Devens hitting that status, but God damn it. I don't know if this does any damage. There we go. Alright. Try to get swap screwed. Yeah, potentially. Like I think with like that, it would just like really come down to just like how explosive. Like if it's like, and obviously I say that, but like I guess it didn't really matter for Malcolm. But like I think like the way Malcolm goes out, obviously that's like a big way that I think there's like a lot of redemption to be had next time around. I think it would need to be a situation like that. That there's like an interesting storyline for their return, where otherwise I think they'll just probably be better options.
What of it?
I mean, Varner's like again had a pretty big splash in Second Chance.
But 10.
Yeah, like at the time, Second Chance, like Varner was door. Like Varner was like this guy got robbed. Like he was like playing such a good game, and gets like swap screwed or whatever. So again, it was not a shocker that Varner was back for Game Changers. Mind you, it was shocking that he was on a season called Game Changers, but like in terms of like him being back that quickly afterwards, it was like, yeah, it's expected.
Where to find us? How many we number? what we aspire to attain.
Prop bet is that
Master of the
Jared
Assassins.
Fields will get more confessionals than the lowest
Master
confessional
of
getter.
Lies. You and I just two more pawns
Jared Fields
in
not even
the
gonna be
game.
on it.
And now,
It'll be Jamal
you
Fields or
do
John
you think he'll
Fields,
let you
one of the
leave,
two.
knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
But
I
he
think
does.
Colby, Mike, Q, and
The only
Camilla
difference
are
between
likely
your
done
master
after
and
this for
I
the pre-jury.
is that he did
Yeah,
not
like I think
fail.
Colby's done. Like I'll be pretty surprised if Colby's done.
Ironic, isn't it? That I,
Actually,
your
did I write
greatest
that
enemy,
down? Returning
kept you
chances.
safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the
Oh no, I think I have a
and
similar
did your
idea.
own.
But I don't know, I think that should actually be a video. Is like assessing the returning chances of the 50 cast themselves.
Well fought, assassin.
But yeah, like with
Seems God favors
like
your
to run through
cause.
it, like based on what we know, Jenna, I think again, if it's a Varner situation, I think there's a chance. But like realistically, yeah, not looking great. But I think if she has like a really, really big like splash here and like surprises people, then maybe. But not looking great. Colby, I think is a definite no. I think Colby's done after this. Steph, I mean, like we'll see. I mean, again, depends on how well it goes and like how positively production looks at her after this.
Vengeance.
She obviously makes it deep, so like there's a chance they still look at her highly, and like,
Justice.
we'll see how she feels about it too. But
This is what you fight for. Peace.
again, I think it's possible, but I don't know. Sri, I think it's just back. Like if she doesn't win, especially, I think she's just back
Like
whenever
that
she wants it.
madman, Saladin.
Ozzy, I probably think is in the same spot at this point. I think it's just like yeah, they just seem to love Ozzy. CBS just seems to want to put Ozzy on every fucking season. So it's like
people want.
again, I think he's probably just.
Crusader alike.
Like I've been making this thing. Is like I think Ozzy's gonna be like a fucking 8-time player by the time he's done. Like I think he's literally gonna be, like again, Ozzy's gonna be on like 60, 70, and 80, and he'll still be below the age that coach is now. I believe is the thing, right? I think Survivor 80, he'll be 1 year younger than what coach is right now in Sri and
We are what
Chrissy.
we choose to be.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, again, I would not be shocked if Ozzy does play like a ridiculous number of
I
times.
speak the truth.
Coach, I think is done, and one, he'll be older in age, but also I don't think Coach would want to play again after this. He barely wanted to play again, like more recently, where like it seemed like he had to be convinced to come back for this. So it's like I would just expect Coach to be just outright done.
He will reconsider his actions. Yes. In time, what you
Please
seek
look at the
may
second
be
to last
possible.
paragraph. Okay, I will in a second.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind
Write
to
down
rule
the
in your stead did not
most likely
intend to
come
serve
back
you for longer than they had.
Yes. Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much
Yeah,
to
okay,
discuss.
what was this?
It seems that even he is not without
It's a
fault.
He
genius
is only
thing.
human. As are
But a
we all.
great channel.
You as well.
All right. Look at the
Safety and
second
peace
to
be
last
upon you.
paragraph. What is it? If you're looking for more genius kind of, for example, if you prefer non-Korean survivor shows. Wait, this is not right. Okay, he stopped short of season 4, probably due to low view count. No, because I just don't have the fucking time to make the fucking video. You know, be in like what, a little bit over a month probably at this point.
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like I've watched the
Whatever's going on
season.
down there has got
I just
nothing to
haven't
do with it. They're here for
actually
you.
made it yet.
And I sure as shit
Which again, I'm still working on Double Drama. So essentially, how this is gonna work out right now? Yeah, do a little view count. It's like, and like I'm one. Yeah,
Or do I need to evacuate the
formal.
prisoner?
But also it's like it's not like I'm opposed to making videos that get low view counts. Actually, what is my least
Desmond.
viewed video in the last
Leave
year?
well enough
I
alone.
actually don't even know.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen. Looks like the
do you look this
cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno,
So
Doc. I was
views, I
freaking
want
out a
to
minute
be-
ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll
Less
be
than
back with
it's
more?
like, let's
I
just
don't
say
think so,
500.
Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert
Oh, then I need
communes
to
and
make it
whatnot.
public videos.
I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow.
AC
we finish
Rogue.
this.
So AC Rogue's my last video that didn't get 500 views. Well, it's all video game videos, obviously. Yeah, it's literally just all video game videos. What was my last non-video game video that got less than 500 views? Or it's just not one anymore. I generally don't even know. Like, it's all video game videos for first page. Oh, it's only 2 pages. Game of Thrones review. Game of Thrones review and Avengers Endgame review. I think those are really the only 2 videos I've done that have less than 500 views that are not video game videos. That's kind of insane to me. Yeah, so every Power Rangers video I've done has had more than 500 views. Let's see, Power Rangers. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the lowest one I have is 785 views. Actually, I didn't realize that. Yeah, all my, like, even my MPR Season 2 video has over 1,000. I feel like that's, well, I'm kind of content with that. I'd rather not. Like, generally, I don't care about views. Like, it doesn't fucking matter to me. But really, like, not much of the, like, channel performance matters that much to me in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. Like, obviously, I'm gonna, like, if there's, like, 2 options that I feel about the same